Welcome to Faith and Freedom. For the next few minutes, we hope to inform, inspire, and encourage you as we discuss the legal victories and challenges to your fundamental freedoms and religious liberties. Faith and Freedom comes to you from Liberty Counsel, a civil liberties education and legal defense organization. Join us now as Matt Staver, the President and General Counsel of Liberty Counsel, explains the latest legal issues all across this country in the courtrooms of America. Liberty Counsel is winning the battle for your constitutional freedoms.
Liberty Counsel presents oral arguments for personhood in the Mississippi Supreme Court. I'm Matt Barber, Vice President of Liberty Counsel Action and Associate Dean of Liberty University School of Law, in today for Matt Staver. And joining me in studio is Deryl Edwards, Director with the Law School and President of Liberty Counsel Action. Well, in Jackson, Mississippi recently, Liberty Counsel presented oral arguments at the Mississippi Supreme Court defending Personhood Mississippi and Mississippi Secretary of State Delbert Hosemann against a lawsuit filed by the ACLU, Planned Parenthood, and the Center for Reproductive Rights, all of the usual suspects. These groups are trying to keep Initiative 26 off the November 2011 ballot, which will include, quote, unborn in the definition of person in the state constitution. This lawsuit is proceeding even though the ballot initiative received more than enough of the necessary signatures to be included in this year's ballot. And Deryl, we've seen over and over again with congressional attempts to defund Planned Parenthood. Any time that the sacred cow of the left sacred cow of abortion is in the crosshairs, all the game changes. All the rules seem to get cast out, and the ACLU and Planned Parenthood and people like President Obama and others will fight to the last troop available to defend the so-called phantom right of a woman to slaughter her unborn child in Mississippi. They're doing what really, I think, goes without saying, putting down on paper, attempting to amend the Mississippi Constitution to simply point out the reality that people at all stages of development, from conception to natural death, are in fact persons deserving of constitutional protections.
Yeah, just for the sake of clarity of our listeners, I'd like to read the exact wording of the amendment so you can see how absolutely threatening it is.
Yeah.
The term person or persons shall include every human being from the moment of fertilization, cloning, or the functional equivalent thereof. So basically it just defines human life. And how threatening is that? But if your agenda is to destroy human life, certainly it would be a threat to what you have in mind.
Now, I'm going to read that again. The term person or persons shall include every human being from the moment of fertilization, cloning, or the functional equivalent thereof. Now, what's interesting to me about this is that is merely a reflection of what science has already proven, and the general consensus among scientists, even those who may, for political purposes, support abortion, they all agree now that from the moment of conception we have a human life, and that from that point on, it is the same being in going through various stages of development. So this is not a scientific debate that we're having here. This is a political debate. So the question becomes, so this is a person from a scientific standpoint. There are no ifs, ands, or buts about it. There's no debate. Even the scientific community, which the left loves to say that, oh, we believe in science, not religion. This is not a religious debate. It is both a scientific and moral debate, and certainly a political debate that is ongoing. So, if you support the Mississippi Personhood Amendment, you believe that all persons have the unalienable right to life as guaranteed by our Constitution. We hold these truths to be self-evident, that all are endowed by their Creator with certain unalienable rights, among these life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. Life being first and foremost, because, Deryl, if you can't get past the reality that our founding fathers and certainly God intended that we all have a right to live, a right to life, then the rest is really pretty trivial in the scheme of things, isn't it?
Absolutely. I think it's our chance to define life, to lay it out. And the good thing is it's not just Mississippi. Other legislatures, Louisiana and Alabama, are also taking up personhood amendments. And they know that it's going to throw down the gauntlet is what it's doing. In fact, a Republican legislator in Louisiana said by simply passing this bill, the lawsuits will come. They know it, but they know it's going to go to the Supreme Court, and they said this is our chance to re-challenge Roe versus Wade.
Well, and they're trying to nip that in the bud. They don't want that to happen because the political debate is now catching up with the science, and because the science is now catching up with the moral arguments that have been made on this for decades.
And the science has left the feminists in the 1970s dust.
Yeah, well, that's right. They no longer have the science. Patricia Ireland one time, heard her in a debate. They basically, she had lost the argument on the science issue. She had lost the argument that this is in fact a human being, a person growing within the mother. So I was amazed to see how she switched gears. She suddenly said, okay, well, maybe we can concede all of that, but it still doesn't matter because that human being is an unwelcome parasite. Wow. That is sucking the life out of the mother and that is putting the mother at risk. So it's a matter of self-defense.
It's a matter of selfishness.
It's a matter of selfishness. Exactly right. An unwelcome parasite. Forget about the fact that there are certain behaviors that person has to engage in for that human being to come about, that child to come about, but it's still a parasite. This is the argument of the left now, that this is a matter of self-defense, so they must have the right to slaughter the innocent unborn in their mother's womb. It really does boil down to a culture of death versus a culture of life. I don't know about you, Deryl, but I choose to defend life.
Yeah. And I think we're finding in some of these states, we're finding this upswell of people that are getting behind this personhood amendment. I'm amazed at how the new ideas are sort of brimming up now. The personhood, and you may know this better than I, the one about the beating heart
the heartbeat bill in Ohio,
absolutely. Yeah, which is a great insight, and it was like, wow, we've never thought of this in like 30-some years.
And that basically says that from the moment that there is a noticeable, detectable heartbeat, and this is in Ohio, going through the legislature in Ohio, that person has the constitutional protections and cannot be slaughtered. But
yeah, and I think that's something that every American can say, okay, I can buy that. Heart's beating, it's alive. It's a person.
Yeah. Yeah, people are starting to get it. Even Planned Parenthood, the National Organization for Women, all of these militant feminist organizations that believe in the right, R-I-T-E, to abortion, because it really is a rite of passage into feminism, I guess, the way many of these radical...
They have to have their abortion card punched.
Yeah, exactly. That's a good way to put it, have their abortion card punched, these radical feminists. They are even seeing the writing on the wall. They understand that the tide has changed, that people are starting to get it. They understand the science, that, how, and Deryl, we need to point out here, we will eventually, we're going to win this. We are going to win this victory. We're going to look back at Roe v. Wade as the Dred Scott decision of our time, and the Dred Scott decision, of course, which upheld slavery, and we will look at Roe v. Wade, and as Americans and generations to come will say, how did we do that? How did we allow that to happen? And were there really people in the mainstream, politicians and people that were respected, that really defended this brutal procedure to go in and kill innocent unborn children? They get it. They see the writing on the wall. They know that they use language like fierce, the fierce attacks that abortion and the abortion industry is undergoing right now. This year, these past couple of years in particular, it's really accelerating. It's going to continue to accelerate, and I'm here to tell them, get ready. You better button down the hatches, because we are coming for the abortion industry. We are coming and for Roe v. Wade. We are going to pursue this tirelessly, fearlessly, and abortion will be illegal in the United States of America eventually. Well, if you'd like to be part of our team, if you'd like to find out how you can join the Liberty Counsel ministry as we seek to take back America for a culture of life, and you can go to Liberty Counsel's website at lc.org. Ask for Take Back America, a book by Matt Staver, chairman and founder of Liberty Counsel. That's Take Back America, or give us a call at 1-800-671-1776. Stand with us as we stand in the gap in defense of innocent human life and in defense of the principles of our founding, of the Declaration of Independence, of the United States Constitution. Join Liberty Counsel's ministry. Again, go to lc.org or give us a call at 1-800-671-1776. Help us to further a culture of life.
You have been listening to Matt Staver of Liberty Counsel. Our hope is to encourage and inspire you to stand up for your faith, family, and freedoms. We can accomplish a lot when we work together. Get informed and get involved today. Sign up for our free monthly newsletter, The Liberator. We will send it out to you free of charge. Stay informed with our Liberty Alert email update. Just click on the website at www.lc.org or call us at 1-800-671-1776. Tune in next time to learn more about your rights right here on Faith and Freedom.